Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
I want to briefly promote our patreon.com/retroam bonus series on Final Fantasy Tactics. We did 3 distinct episodes, one on The Name of the Rose, the film, one on the character tournament, and one on our Explain Final Fantasy Tactics to Normal People. But today, I want to briefly talk about The Name of the Rose. Can we talk about The Name of the Rose, please?
Sure, I love that film.
So yesterday, I was trying to find something to put in my ears while I was running, and I didn't. I was all caught up on podcasts, and I didn't want to listen to music.
Wow.
So
unique brain state.
So I decided to look at my audible.com account because one time I subscribed to it for like 9 months. So I had a bunch of credits and I spent them all a while ago, but I don't remember what I spent them on. I was like, what audiobooks do I own? And one of them was The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco.
You purchased that and then memory hold it?
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
Good job, man.
It may have been around the time that we were doing the movie. I don't remember when this happened. And I decided to listen to the beginning of that book when I was running. And
The Tales of William of Baskerville.
For those that have seen the film, the book is also narrated by Edzo and
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater.
And I only really got through the preface and the early parts of the first chapter when he was describing his backstory and the physical characteristics of William of Baskerville. But what I found unique about that opening chapter was that Edzo went out of his way to talk about how William of Baskerville does not look like a fucked up guy.
Oh,
like how he's got like really great eyebrows and he's tall and he moves very well despite having lived over 50 summers or 50 springs or whatever.
So they got that right in the film.
Yeah, so I was going to say, we had talked about in the film how there's all these fucked up looking guys and then it's Sean Connery.
Yeah.
And it feels weird, but it's actually accurate to the book. I know there's a lot of other things that aren't accurate to the book, but like that element of it was.
I hope that other people appreciate how many fucked up guys are in that film as much as we did. And you can hear all about and hear us rank the fucked up guys. I think we kept up with that.
We did.
In the podcast episode.
Yes, we did. That was a great episode. So patreon.com/retroam, check it out.
You see Christian Slater's balls in that movie.
You do? I thought it was just his butt.
You mean hot sounds I recorded?
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 7, Episode 20. Now we're 20 down. We're covering Lunar, the Silver Star. My name is Chris, and I am joined, as always, in my basement by Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Hi. You got the roads plowed out there?
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it, yeah.
You know, this was my first go-around with running in the street when it snowed. And the streets are very narrow because there's snow, you know, like piled up on the side.
Yeah.
And cars almost hit you all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Especially when you run right in front of an elementary school as it's being dismissed.
That's not a smart choice, Chris.
No, I didn't know. It wasn't my kid's school. It was like the school near my kid's school. My kids were at basketball practice, and then, you know, fucking all of a sudden there was 12 cars coming straight at me.
Bunch of haters.
Hatters. We're also joined by The Real Net, a collective of tolerant toilet users who are watching us record this podcast live on a secret video feed at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI webpage, post-production AI webpage, post-production AI webpage companion, who got Thunder Force 5 off the Sega systems and onto the PlayStation, the perfect system.
Initializing Fake Net.
I still prefer G. Darius a 9-hander, but I can appreciate the force of thunder.
Hello, Fake Net. Thank you for joining us once again. We're here doing Lunar. Eric, if I remember correctly, in our last episode, we left off just before the big meeting.
Right.
Do we have any other items to get to before the big meeting?
No, nothing has changed in the variables, so we don't have to visit every single town again. We can go right to the Magic Guild Grand Hall.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, time for the big meeting.
We entered this room for the first time. 3 NPCs welcome us on both sides of the red carpet, with Ghaleon and Mia waiting at the end. On the Sega Compact Disc, none of these red carpet NPCs are here. It's all soldiers called guild guards. And they all say weird, fascistic shit.
Really?
One of them even says ugly guys aren't allowed to do this because no one wants to be rescued by an ugly guy.
Wow, so you can't be a fucked up guy.
No, you can't. And, soldiers get fucked up all the time in battle. They get scars and stuff. And, some people like that, but a lot of people, no way.
Yeah.
At the end of the hall in Sega City, there are unique sprites with cymbals, drums, and trumpets. like character sprites.
Yes.
They call themselves the Vain Orchestral Wonder, and they pride themselves on the ability to play instruments without having to use magic.
Oh.
Now, Chris, do you feel the elimination of the Vain Orchestral Wonder makes Silver Star Story Complete a lesser game?
It does a little bit. I mean, do we still see their trumpets, though, in the PlayStation version?
Oh, I don't think anybody has an instrument, do they? I mean, you might be looking at a screenshot right now.
I'm not. It's just some trumpets and things play as Lemia enters the room.
Oh, okay. So they could be playing
later.
their Constructicon trumpets like outside of the frame
I was going to ask you about
All right.
Constructicon vibes because I have a note about Constructicon vibes, so there must be trumpets. Anyway, go ahead.
Red carpet NPCs?
Just looking for my red carpet NPCs.
Well, I happen to know a couple. Let me get you started,
Yeah,
Chris.
you get started and I'll
Bottom
try to find
left. It was wonderful. Mia smiled at me today. I haven't seen her this happy in a long time. I wish she would smile more often. It always brightens my day. Chris, Mia smiled, I believe, because she met our party of travelers. She had a visitor for the first time in her life, in her chamber. The middle left one says when an outsider like Royce can claim such authority in the guild, something is very wrong. Wow, the one on the top left. This is the Grand Magic Hall of the Guild of Vane. It used to be a place of democracy. Now it's a place for Lemia to issue her latest rash decree. So we've been informed that Lemia fucked up shit is happening, right?
Yes, possibly because she is experiencing her cycle.
That's right. Menopause.
According to Victor Ireland.
Of course, yeah. That will damage. That takes any woman's ability to reason and throws it in the garbage can, according to Victor Ireland.
We do not endorse this.
No, we're just repeating things that happened.
Bottom right, purple hat, Pope guy, you know? It's been a long time since Lemia met with anyone in the Great Hall. She must have been extremely impressed with your success in land. Null says that he knew that we get some kind of reward. Alex, I hope mine is a giant plate of fish and chips. Eric, what's your opinion of fish and chips?
That's got to mean minnows and potato chips, right? That's what they eat over in Great Britain? That's what fish and chips is, of course?
I've never been to Great Britain, but I'm just talking about when I go to my local Irish pub and I want some greasy food. I order fish and chips, and it's
you get some bluegill and
it's fried.
grippos.
It's fried fish, and no, chips are fries, are French fries.
I know I was making well, are chips over here? I was making a joke about. I know it's fucking French fries when you're over in England, but I assume when you order fish and chips here, they give you a bag of grippos.
No, they give you French fries.
What a fancy fucking restaurant! Where is this?
Every restaurant that has wooden benches inside of it.
That's all of them. Wow.
Go to don't do this, but go to an Irish pub at lunchtime and order some fish and chips.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get on that by the time it's 2035, I promise.
I can't believe that you don't eat fish and chips. I mean, I can believe it, but it feels like it's just something that I occasionally get whenever I'm like, I don't want to explore any new tastes. I just want to have some grease in my mouth.
Yeah, well, usually if I'm at a place that serves French fries, I get the hamburger because I'm an American, god damn it.
But you can't be an American. You can probably get a burger.
Do they call them fish and chips, though? They don't just say fish served with fucking fries. It actually says fish and chips on the menu of these places that you're making up?
And I've been to like a nice, quote-unquote, nice restaurant.
And they still
or like
call it fish and chips?
And they still call it fish and chips. They have some fancy version of it.
Like, I always thought freedom fries was stupid, but we should definitely be calling them fish and French fries over here. The fish and chips thing is cultural appropriation that I cannot get down with.
Fish and French fries.
But let's talk about more people in this line.
Beans and toast. The next person up has long blonde hair and a headband. Watch what you say to Lemia. There's no telling how she'll react. The next one is the popish guy with the beard up there. He says, with 2 of the 4 heroes in the roster of the Magic Guild, our ranks have never been stronger.
That's pretty good. Do you feel like the rest of the world has envy on Vane with the amount of 4 heroes they have at their disposal?
Yeah, it's like when the Heat got LeBron. They had 3 heroes.
The first big 3. Actually, the second big 3.
The second big 3, yes.
After, of course, the Boston Celtics. Finally, there's Mia.
Yeah, Mia says, my mother has called a meeting in the Grand Hall. I wonder what she plans to discuss. I'm sorry it's so sudden, but she seems to hold every conference like this lightly. Then she asked about our journey to land and asked if we met the Dragon Master, and exclaims about how many exciting things must have happened, and we promise to tell her later.
Now we're going to put Chris on the spot, because next is Ghaleon. Chris, give me your best, Ghaleon.
Nash gave me a full report of what happened in Lan. There is great power within you, boy, as much power as Dine possessed in his youth.
Good.
I would gladly tell you the purpose of this meeting if I knew anything about it. She seems to prefer consulting her fortune teller to consulting me these days, I'm afraid. How'd I do?
Well, you said me with these days at the end, but other than
I said what?
You knocked it out of the fucking
me
park.
with these days?
Yeah, you rearranged some words, but it's fine. The message got through.
Yeah. I can do a fresh take on that
No,
one.
that was perfect. We're going to keep that.
All right.
We're going to keep that in.
Yeah, Ghaleon's here. He's having.
That was really
time.
good. Of course, you've now just committed to doing that the rest of this podcast series. Good job, Chris.
The problem is I forget what I'm doing halfway through the sentence, and I lose the voice. At least in my head. I don't know how it came out.
I'm going to print off a picture of Ghaleon's face and hold it up in front of you so that you can look at Ghaleon when you talk in between. Or
I have his face right here.
I'll wear a Ghaleon mask.
A puppet. How about a puppet? They
Do you
sell
have a
those?
puppet? I mean, we can eBay a puppet. We have funds. I don't want the fucking puppet.
I don't want the fucking puppet.
In
either.
Harmony, Ghaleon said, where we already had this meeting, where we told him this information already because we did that in this exclusive scene, but he only says the first line, then commands us to step forth and meet Lemia, who is already here on PS1 though. Music, a 3-second ditty is audible, the aforementioned Constructicon trumpets.
Yes.
The other music stops, and Ghaleon tells us they're announcing the arrival of Lemia. He says we need to take our places, and quickly. And we do it. We take our places in the line of NPCs. Lemia and Royce roll up and stand at the top of the stairs. Ghaleon commands us, step forth, Alex of Berg. Have you ever been to like a ceremony where, I can't even imagine, like a fucking getting married or whatever, and like the attention is on you, and they're saying things and it sounds more official, and you think it's kind of weird, but you got to like participate and play along, but you're really self-conscious about it?
Yeah, like church.
Most of my memories of church are thankfully fading away. But yeah, like church, the body. I mean, but you're not in front of, like, unless you're doing a reading or something, you're not in front of the entire mass of Christ, right?
Yeah, I did speak in front of a church recently.
Oh, wow.
At least in the spring.
Okay.
I did my grandmother's eulogy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
And it was different than a podcast in many ways. But
it wasn't recorded for one.
The major way was that the microphone, there was a little bit of a delay, and I'm used to hearing my voice in real time when I talk.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And so I was talking, and I was waiting. I was like, "What? Where's my voice after me?" And but then after that, it was fine. I kind of tuned it out. I'm told I did a good job.
I forget the exact quote, but just the idea of comparing a eulogy to a podcast is one of the greatest things I think you've done on this show.
Thank you. I'm
good.
I'm trying my best. I did also have notes.
Anime cutscene.
Just like a podcast. Anime cutscene.
We open on what I assume is the emblem of Vane, a complicated zodiac-adjacent pattern of red markings on a yellow background. It's almost a circle, but not quite. The camera pulls out to reveal that circle above Lemia's head, just as Lemia moves forward and allows that head to fill the screen. Thank God it didn't start on her fucking feet.
Oh yeah, finally, we've broken the cycle.
No feet necessary.
Will the circle be unbroken?
Lemia speaks.
I am Lemia Ausa, governess of the Magic Guild. I have heard you seek the dragons. I see the strength of your will in this regard in your eyes. And I sense something else. I sense evil. You seek to destroy the Magic Guild and Althena.
And then Lemia's earrings twist and bling as we fade to black.
This scene has a nice little twinkle at the end. You know what also this scene gives us?
Information?
We have some antagonist energy in this game.
Coming out of Lemia? Yeah.
This game has needed antagonistic energy coming from some being at this point in time.
Yeah, Brett's not going to cut it.
Brett's not going to cut it.
Brett is not going to cut it.
Whatsoever. And all we've been hearing about is the Vile Tribe and this mysterious magic emperor, but we haven't actually been in the physical presence of somebody who is maybe on the opposing side from our perspective.
And it's strange because Mel, like, the first thing he did was fight us, but he's not a true villain. He's just weirdly antagonistic and likes to fight people.
Yeah.
Ghaleon was just creepy. And there's that slow down clock shit, but that's not necessarily antagonistic. Chris is correct. Lemia presents like, whoa, what the fuck?
Also, the way the shot is framed too, I think the camera is like slightly tilted up towards her and giving her like a stature.
Yeah, she is a tall lady.
Yes.
I'm intimidated by tall women.
Are we doing the character profile?
No, we're doing her dialogue in Harmony first.
Okay.
I am Lemia Ausa, leader of the guild. So the boy who's been seeking the dragons, with the goal of becoming a dragon master, is you, Interesting. Despite your resolve, there is still one slight problem.
Okay, now we have the character profile.
Also, I will submit this as another exhibit that Victor wrote the guide, because I'm reading from the guide. Lemia, the crabby chick.
That's not a correct alliteration.
It's
That's
not.
a different consonant.
They both start with C's, but
you fucked it up.
She's a crabby chick, Eric. Okay.
Yeah.
Lemia is the leader of Vane and the founder of the Magic Guild, which instructs others on how to unlock their magical abilities. In recent weeks, Lemia has been on the cranky side, becoming quite harsh in her treatment of Vane's citizens. Even her own daughter, Mia, wants to know what's going on. Is that it in the guide, or is there one more line?
There's one more line, but
Okay.
it's been different so far. Finish the line.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that maybe this line only was the bonus line. Is it menopause or madness?
What's the line that even her own daughter Mia?
Even her own daughter Mia wants to know what's going on.
This one says even her own daughter Mia is wondering what's going on. There's a few like inconsequential word changes that sounds like someone took a second pass at it from the manual.
Yes.
But largely it's the same information.
So anyway, the menopause joke is my evidence, right?
Alive and yeah. Are you doing hit the button? Yeah, hit the fucking button.
Oh, no, that's not from the script. No, it's my evidence that Victor wrote the guide.
Oh, okay.
Or at least edited the guide.
Okay. I mean, I love menopause jokes. They're the most tasteful and timely. Everyone, like when you tell them in a room, everyone loves it when you tell it, and you make a lot of friends.
You want to hear another one, Eric?
No. What, is there more?
Well, there's a story check from the guide.
Okay, story check.
I feel like
check
we
the
should,
story.
I feel like we
check
should
the fucking
read this
story
just to make sure.
What's in the fucking box?
There's a lot of bad shit in this one, so
yeah.
Get ready. Lemia also very grumpy woman. Unfortunately, Mia's mom is suffering from PMS. Parenthetical. Possessed mother syndrome.
Oh, hell yeah. Excellent. Not the acronym you thought, right?
Yes, and accuses Alex of the most heinous act imaginable, booger eating. No, actually just treason. We haven't got there yet. Anyway, it goes on. At the very end, it says, how to best sum up our feelings about these latest plot developments? Crap on a Krispy Kreme.
I haven't actually heard that before. That's pretty good.
No.
Is it Krispy Kreme with a K? Did they spell it correctly?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I love Krispy Kreme. Lemmy is voiced by Dixie Garrett. You know Dixie from Cosmic Fantasy 2, where she played Wizzed.
Wizzed?
Yep. And on PSP, she was voiced by Kate Higgins. Chris, where have you seen Kate before? Where have you heard Kate before?
Kate, what was her last name?
Kate Higgins.
I've heard her from...
That's right, Chris. She played...
Elemental Gearbolt.
Nope. She played Royce in the PlayStation Portable version of this video game.
Oh, okay, good.
Guildhall.
Guildhall.
Music intrigue plays, and a smirking Lemia continues. You see, the boy says nothing because he cannot deny what he knows to be true. In harmony, that line's replaced with, your quest to seek out the dragons and become a dragon master is none other than a plot to overthrow the Magic Guild and oppose the goddess Althena herself. More heinous crimes on PSP, Chris.
Wow. Heretics also.
Noel can't believe this shit. He doesn't know what Lemia is talking about. He asks Mia what's going on. Were you wanting Alex to say something here?
No, I don't want Alex to say anything.
Okay. Because this, my note is, please say something, dude, because this is heinous bullshit.
Yeah.
Lemia continues, guards, throw this urchin into the dungeon at once and execute him for treason in the morning. Keep the girl here for now. I have special plans for her.
How do you feel about being called an urchin? It doesn't.
You don't
seem like
see it a lot.
It doesn't seem like it hits hard enough.
No, it seems like an urchin to me. My idea of an urchin is a newsie from the 20s, covered in like soot and stuff, running around trying to deliver papers.
Yeah.
Or like steal an onion from the vegetable cart.
Yeah.
Isn't like Alex is well dressed. He stinks a little bit because we haven't found the hot spring for our yearly bath yet.
Yeah. If Nash's perspective is any indication, then maybe.
It's not. He's biased.
That's true.
On PSP, it's the same, but they added like a swords being drawn noise when Lemia says that
guards.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. I guess not if there's no animation.
A worried Mia moves over and stands in front of Alex. She spits the dots. Guards come up from behind and surround Alex as Luna screams his name. They start to drag Alex off just as Ghaleon rushes over to Luna. Luna begs for us to be let go. In harmony, the guards can't move Alex, as if he's struggling. Then 2 more guards come up and haul Alex off. Mia does not move in this version. Finally, Ghaleon speaks up. He says, screaming will achieve nothing, Luna. Here in vain, the word of Lemia Asa is law. Did that surprise you that he took Lemia's side? When Ghaleon was just before a peaceful, rational man who welcomed us and sent us off on an errand, which we succeeded at.
The way this is phrased, it gives off the vibe that like he's like, go along with it now, and then we will work the court system to get you out of there.
You don't see it as a double cross?
Not necessarily, no.
To that, Lemia replies, don't waste your breath on that little waif, Ghaleon. Take her to the appointed area.
Don't call me a waif.
Dude, what's the appointed area? Is that fucked up?
I was very focused on little waif, but like appointed area is actually, that sounds like there is a ritual to be performed.
Yeah. She's going to the ritual area. Perfect.
The place of destiny, the place of the skull. They're taking her to Golgotha, basically.
It's where it always comes back to. This is a JRPG after all.
It either goes back to where it started or Golgotha. Those are the only 2 options.
Especially if it started at Golgotha.
Shit. That game's not out yet.
That'll be our first game. Ghaleon as you wishes Lemia, and Alex screams Luna's name. In harmony, Luna screams Alex's name back at him. Even more guards rush up and block Alex from reaching Luna. Alex is dragged out of the room, but Null flies high, and we fade to black. In Harmony, Null does not fly high. He remains stationary as it fades to black. Very strange. On Sega CD, Lemia says, "Oh, Alex, you must be Alex. Ghaleon told me all about you. He didn't say what a filthy urchin you are. What will I do with a waif like you? Admit you into the glorious magic guild of Vane? I think not. Guards, send this boy to more appropriate surroundings. In the prison."
Oh, not the appointed area. Well, that's Luna.
So it's that entire scene compressed into one
They
paragraph.
kept the waif.
Yeah, they kept little waif and they kept urchin.
I don't ever keep waifs.
Let's go to jail.
I love awaiting in the dungeon. The rules do say, by the way, the rules of JRPG say if there is a dungeon in the game, which we've been down here before, that we're going to be in it. Right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, it is Chekhov's dungeon.
I think that, yeah, you're right. Chekhov's dungeons. Did Ark get sent to the same jail that White Wind was in? Because I don't remember.
We're talking about Terra Enigma.
Yes.
The video game at this moment. Thank you. You have to say the game's title before you start referencing characters.
I was too afraid I was going to forget White Wind's name.
His name's White Wind. He even has his own theme song in our Patreon exclusive miniseries.
I think Ark spent some time
they were
in a jail. Yeah.
Yeah, you always go to jail and you always meet like a shifty guy in jail who can help you.
Mm-hmm. We have immediate control of Alex. There is sneaking music, so you know there's going to be sneaking, right?
Well, there's also the noise of jail bars rolling shut. And the sneaking music Chris is talking about, it's not Invasion from Xenogears, it's Mist from Lunar.
Yes.
On Sega CD, the music is called Empty Burn, Talon Mines.
Very interesting.
So what'd you do? Did you mill around for a bit?
Yeah, I milled around until Alex noticed some yakking going on in the adjacent cell.
It's a mysterious NPC who is clearly Lemia in a whack-ass purple and white black mask.
Yeah, it's like if you wanted this mystery to permeate this entire scenario, then I would space out the time in which we saw Lemia and the time in which we saw Lemia wearing VR.
Yeah,
because like, you know, you're not hiding anything from us.
Or at least, like, don't give her a portrait because the sprite can still be kind of ambiguous if you want to do this. But you just gave her a portrait that's the same clip art.
Yeah, or like, I don't know. The VR mask doesn't quite hide her identity as much as maybe it should.
Alex thinks the voice sounds familiar, and then out of nowhere, Null and Mia roll up. All tension is relieved as we're about to get busted out of here. We're not stuck in jail. Do you think any video game where they put the player in jail, there should be like a mandatory, like, 30 seconds of you having to fuck around and look for an exit even if there is none?
I feel like all the good ones do that.
Like, you need to, like, inspire a sense of hopelessness in the player.
Chrono Trigger did that. I think Final Fantasy VI did that a little bit.
On Sega CD, Mia says that Null came in and told her what happened, which is just an implication in our version of the game. Mia offers a better solution. "I'm so sorry, Alex. I'll let you out of here right now." Mia opens the jail door. Lord knows why or how she has a key, and Null laughs like an asshole and tells Alex that Mia let him hide out in her bedroom. Pervert stuff. What?
Yeah. Can Null be horny no matter the danger? Is his horniness danger agnostic?
If a woman is present, yes. I don't think Null will be horny for boys.
But can't he just be horny at comments? You know, like...
What do you mean, like in comments?
Like if he hears like somebody say pitch a tent, he wants to immediately start talking about boners.
Boner? Yeah, it's good. I guess
Maybe.
so. He'll take whatever line you give him.
Mia says, "This is such an awful place. Please forgive me, Alex. My mother used to be so warm and wonderful, but now, sob, sob."
Oh no, she's depressed again.
Alex, for some reason, spit. Why does Alex need to spit dots?
I like that he spits 3 series of dots each time.
He's always spitting. He's in a perpetual state of spitting dots. Null says, "Don't cry, Mia. Of course, Alex forgives you. Now let's go find Luna, please."
I just had an idea. Every time Alex spits the dots, let's pretend he just went, "Fuck," and see if it works.
Okay.
All right.
I'm for
We're
it.
going to roll with that. Mia no-sells the imperative. Instead telling Alex, "I want you to look at this." What do we get?
Althena's mirror.
It's a goddess mirror in Silver Star Harmony.
She just has this?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Mia's probably got a bunch of weird magic shit in her room. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of unique assets in there.
She does have the keys to the jail, too, so.
And like with what's happening with her mom, I bet that imposter Lemia, whomever that may be, did not like toss her room and inspect it for like objects of power, right?
Yeah.
Of course she has the goddess mirror.
She's not thorough. Yeah, Mia says, "The mirror shows things as they really are, Alex. It reflects only the truth. It is called Althena's mirror. I've been wondering if my mother is really the same woman she has always been, or if something has invaded and poisoned her soul." Gosh, that's harsh. "I was too afraid to know the truth, so I couldn't use this. But I'm ready to use it now. Take me with you, Alex. It's my duty to learn the truth about my mother, even if I have a difficult time accepting what I find."
This is a very convenient thing to just have in our possession. It makes me wonder, like, what other helpful objects Mia has that we're just not going to get throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, she's got them all.
It's like she has a whole, maybe trunk full of silverlight.
All that shit that magic elf lady gives Frodo Baggins. Like, here's fucking a sword that glows, and here's some chainmail, some Mirthirki mail.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Mithril mail.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that part?
It has been a quarter century since I've seen those
They
films.
don't just... It's weird in the movies because they just give them a bunch of items. It's cool, but it's weird.
You need to have your equipment. Chris, if a demon invaded and poisoned your mom's soul, would you know? How would you find out if it were true without the mirror? Could you detect a body snatcher mother imposter?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I couldn't.
Yeah, I would just fall for it too. Like, well, my mom's having a bad day.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
If it were true and I wanted to find out, though, like, you know how I would do that?
Cut her head off, see what's inside.
No, I would just wait till she goes to church and the priest throws the holy water.
Oh, and it burns.
You know when they throw the holy water at
Mhm.
the certain events or something?
Yeah, Palm Sunday.
They dip the giant lollipop with holes in it.
It's not a lollipop. It's a reed.
A reed?
It's a plant. The fucking palm.
No, I'm talking about the giant thing that looks like a mace that the priests have. It's made of like a metal or something.
Battle weapon? What the fuck are you talking about?
And it has holes in it.
Uh-huh.
And they dip it in the holy water. And then they shake it. And little specks of water
Are you
get on
talking about the churches where they communicate with snakes? What is this?
No,
is this Catholic?
This is Catholic, yeah.
Wow.
They did. Speaking of
That's pretty fucking bad, Egg. You want to start going to church?
Well, I mean, one of the coolest things that I've seen at church lately was also at the aforementioned grandmother funeral.
Yeah.
They took some incense that was in they were burning incense in a little...
yeah, here's some smoke to get high off of. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, but when they're carrying it around, it's in this really cool looking ornate... I don't know what you want to call it, like candle holder kind of looking thing, but it's got a top on it in the...
Did he swing it around his head like a fucking morning star?
It's on a chain, and you're swinging it around, and
That's
there's
tight. There's
incense
smoke
going everywhere, and you're like, wow, this is really cool.
This is how you get the kids in there. I'm now intrigued. Can we just get these objects and wave them around during the podcast?
I'm sure there is a church wholesaler that we can just buy church thing. We can buy a tabernacle if you want to.
No, dude, we need to steal one. That's way better. Break into a church, take their shit.
I could probably
get some bodies of Christ.
You know what they sent home today from my kids' folder?
What?
An application to be an altar boy.
There you go.
That's our way in.
Mm-hmm. Nothing bad happens to those kids.
No, they don't want to do it, and I'm like, good.
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 Good job, kid.
We sent you to this school so you could play basketball and learn facts.
Chris, we get a choice. Of course, you can come Mia, or we're going without you, Mia. Which one did you pick?
Baby, we are going without you.
Yeah, that takes you on a trip. Do you want to go on that trip?
Let's go on the trip. Noel says, Alex, how can you be so cruel? Look at her. She's on the verge of a breakdown now. Then you can just keep selecting
You just keep hitting it.
over.
Yeah.
I've got all the dialogue.
Just keep going as if we keep selecting it.
And this is Noel saying all this shit. Alex, I had no idea you were this type of guy. Select again. I can't believe that you won't help her as a special favor to me. You're just mean. Next. I'm not going anywhere until you apologize and let Mia come with us. Again. I bet Dragon Master Dine would let Mia come with him. But you're not dying, are you? It's a pretty sick burn if you think about it.
He's getting desperate. Like, he keeps telling the fucking guy no.
Keep going. Alex, if you don't let Mia come with us right now, I'm never talking to you again, ever. Again, what kind of man are you? Toying with the mind of a girl in Mia's fragile state?
Yeah, why don't we invite her to come fight monsters with us? That's what she needs right now.
Again, Alex, you are a foolish, pig-headed, self-centered, small-minded, perverse, snot-nosed, egocentric brat. I really hate you right now. And finally, who are you? Has your body been snatched? I don't know this, Alex.
I made a Body Snatchers reference like 5 minutes ago, and I forgot this was in it.
Cool.
Donald Sutherland rules. Okay, let's pick Of Course You Can Come Mia. How about that?
Oh, Null says, now that's the Alex I know. Let's go save Luna, but I guess we need to figure out where Lemia took her first. Do you know, Mia?
Music, Mysterious Cave plays, and Mia replies to Null, I'm afraid not. My mother often disappears from the guild, but I don't know where to. Then, the next room, the masked prisoner replies,
Yeah, VR mom.
Screaming,
Ah, the vile tribe. And I was like, what the hell?
What the hell?
And then we hear more from this person who says, I saw the vile tribe over there. I saw them.
Mia thinks the voice is a muffled, but sounds very familiar.
Yeah, and this is very strange that she can't figure
Would you
this out.
recognize your mom's voice from the other jail cell?
Yes, and also I would recognize my mom if she was wearing a VR headset.
But let's talk about, what if you had been listening to Fucked Mom's voice for the past, how long has this been going on? 3 or 4 weeks, a month?
Sounds like it's been going on for a while, so
And
I
it
would
had,
say
like,
at least a month, yeah.
It had established a new mom voice for you. And then your old mom voice was back there, but you've got like the profile, the audio profile in your head of new fucked mom
Okay,
voice.
I can see why Mia might be confused here.
Mm-hmm. We move left and approach the fake Lemia's cell, Null observes. There's a bad smell coming out of this cell, Alex. The prisoner's been in here for quite a while. Chris, how long in isolation would it take for a bad smell to come out of you?
Like 4 hours.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, it
before
won't take
just
that
gets
long.
untenable. Like
Yeah.
that 24-hour deodorant, it's done in like 3 hours every time.
Yeah.
Fucked up, man. Mia knows what's on her face. The mask she's wearing is a magical device. It's used to block memories. The guild forbid their use many years ago. Who would do something so cruel? In Harmony, rather than block memories, it is used to seal memories.
Oh, okay. Sealing memories is a much harsher term than blocking memories.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this was outlawed because it is unethical or because it was causing brain damage?
In the world of Lunar, probably, I would say maybe unethical, because I think people are trying to do right here, at least the 4 heroes in charge.
I just wish we could take the mask and apply it to people we don't like. Like, put it on Nash for a while and see what happens to
That'd
him.
be funny.
You know what I mean? That would, like, fix all of his weird interpersonal issues. Mia bursts into the cell, unlocking it, and finds the woman still mumbling about the Vile Tribe and the Magic Emperor. The woman backs away, but Mia wants to know if the Vile Tribe did this to her. Null flies in, asking, what exactly is the Vile Tribe? Is this the first Vile Tribe name drop we've had?
Been hearing about it a lot from
little
the
bit.
NPCs.
Okay, because we've been speculating on whether or not they are wronged people who are taking proper revenge.
Yeah, or are they actually like orc creatures, or are they just people?
Yeah, are they humans that for some reason we've othered? Well, now Alex rolls in, and Mia tells both of them, my mother told me they are a race of evil creatures. Well, I guess that's our answer of what people are saying they are. The goddess Altina banished them to the edge of the world several hundred years ago, but I've never heard of anyone called the Magic Emperor.
I think that actually kind of lines up with like what we read in the books and stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff about the Vile Tribe, but nothing about this Magic Emperor.
The hero among them.
We previously determined that the Magic Emperor cannot be an emperor without an empire.
That was your belief? I believe in the Magic Emperor. I think that he's kind of like calling a shot. It's Babe Ruth pointing at the fucking out center field wall, right? Like, I'm an emperor because I just don't have my empire yet. Clearly, I'm going to have one very soon.
He's an election denier. Or I
don't think there's
a mandate of heaven denier.
Okay, I was going to say, we haven't established the government system here. I'm bordering toward monarchy.
I think we established that there is no government system. It's a confederation of city-states, basically.
Yeah. Lemia repeats the Magic Emperor and then adds the Star Chamber. That's it. In Harmony, she adds within its walls instead of that's it. This information frightens Mia. My mother forbade me from entering the Star Chamber. She scolded me the last time I even mentioned it to her. Null jumps to some whack conclusions.
There's no doubt about it, Alex. That's got to be where she's holding Luna prisoner. Let's go.
Mia protests.
Wait. We can't leave this poor woman here alone. Let's bring her with us.
Oh, no.
No. Does she have magic?
Fucking escort mission? What are we doing?
The Star Chamber is on the highest floor of the Crystal Tower, and the entrance is the door to the east of the Grand Hall.
To me, this was still the age of video games where they would make you take this person in battle and they couldn't do shit. They just took up space and they couldn't die.
Yeah.
But this game does not do that.
Can we read a couple of things from the guide in this section?
Okay.
Do you want to be hurt? Do you want to suffer psychic damage?
I mean, you can't kill me, so yeah.
I'm not going to read the whole thing, but for the record...
A selection from the guide.
We are using the word chick again to describe...
I'm fine saying that, yeah.
Mother.
This isn't like saying something that will get us banned from the pod waves.
The pod waves.
The pod waves.
Cool, yes. It says the woman mumbles about the Vile Tribe, the Magic Emperor, the Star Chamber, and Jimmy Hoffa as you drag her outside.
Does she talk about Hoffa in this?
No, they just put that in the guide.
Okay.
Why was Victor thinking about Jimmy Hoffa right
The
here?
Nicholson movie came out around this time, right? Hoffa?
I've
One
never
with him and Danny DeVito?
I've never seen the film Hoffa. I'm familiar with Hoffa being a man who has disappeared, a labor
It's a pretty intriguing story. I recommend
yeah.
The Irishman by Martin Scorsese if you have to spare 4.5 hours of your life.
Yes. And also there is a caption here. It says, despite the prisoner's poor choice of perfume, eau de warm pea.
What?
Sir,
can you spell that?
EAU space DE. It's French for warm pea.
Fart?
Warm pea water. It's like eau de whatever is often a perfume title. Anyway, despite the prisoner's poor choice of fume, Mia liberates her from bondage. Parentheses, kinky.
I was hoping they would just leave it as bondage because that is, an appropriate use of the word, sort of a little suspect, but then the kinky afterward just kind of shits all over the whole thing.
Yes, it's incest joke, basically.
I don't think that's incest. I think that's general S&M, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to get their mom out of S&M gear?
When you phrase it like that.
Well, no, it's funny you said bondage because, like, you're calling her mask the VR mask. I immediately think eyes wide shut fuck mask. Like,
Yeah.
that is exactly what you wear at an orgy party.
Yeah, it's just like, it has some volume to it, I think.
Yeah,
That's
it needs
why-
to be heavy. It's got to stay on you. It's got to obscure your identity.
Yeah, well.
You can't just have an orgy with someone and then see them at fucking work the next day. It makes shit weird.
Nothing else from the guide worth reading. But I do recommend that everybody read the guide at some point on your own time. Not on my time.
I won't let you.
Get the fuck out of here.
I won't let you.
Masked Lady gets in line with our party, and it's time for us to get control and get the hell out of here. It makes no sense to take a rambling, insane, incarcerated person with us, but okay, kids make bad decisions. It will not let me free the other prisoners. But Mia does talk to the one on the left, telling her she's sorry. Nall tells Mia she doesn't have to apologize for what her mother is doing. Where the hell is Nash?
Nash was in the Grand Hall when we last saw him.
I know. Wouldn't he be on, like, Team Mia here? I mean, of course, I'm sure he's laughing to see Alex in prison. But
Yeah.
You talk to the guard?
The one on the way out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says, Mia, your mother has not granted you permission to remove prisoners from this dungeon. Return him to his cell. She tells him that she'll take full responsibility for her actions, but begs the guy not to inform her mother. And then he must have some level of respect for Mia because he just says, Mia, remember, I'm sleeping Z, etc. She thanks him and says she won't forget.
The other guard at the top of the stairs says, Mia also, it was my understanding that the prisoner was to be executed in the morning, but I assume you have your reasons for allowing him out of his cell. Please let me know if you require any assistance placing him back into it. I find the task most enjoyable. Watch yourself, prisoner. I won't require much of a reason to club you into submission.
This guy likes to beat people. He says something else different later about beating people.
Well, yeah, when you have a bunch of prison guards, you always need the one that likes to beat ass. It's like the goon for hockey teams. Chris, you want to hear how that goes on Sega CD?
Oh, I do.
When you left, you play that Sega CD music, you know, the track I said earlier?
Mm-hmm.
It diverges after she busts Alex out of his cell. Mia tells Alex that she believes her mother is cursed and they need the goddess mirror from the top of the silver spire because she doesn't have the goddess mirror. Goddess mirror is at the top of the fucking spire.
Yeah.
We need to use a dragon ring to enter the silver spire, and we get a choice. How can I say no, or that seems too hard? If you pick that seems too hard, Mia says, you're right, Alex. I've asked too much. It's okay, sniff whimper. We can leave my mom cursed forever. Sniff.
Damn.
But of course, you have to talk to her again, and she asks why Alex is back so soon. Agree to do it, and Mia says, that's great, and once again tells Alex the mirror is located where, Chris?
The Star Tower.
No. The top of the silver spire.
The Crystal Tower.
No, the silver spire.
That's the opposite of where you'll hear, right?
We're on Sega CD.
I know.
It's the opposite later. We're the original gangsta.
I understand what you're trying to say. As poorly as you did.
Because I don't. She tells us the mirror is supposed to dispel evil. Mia joins our party, which puts the jail key in Alex's pocket as music Black Rose Street resumes. You can actually use the jail key to open the other cells.
Really?
One has the head of the magic guard in it, who tells us Lemia put him in there for no good reason. She replaced me with a new commander. Why? Nall replies, why ask why? The other cell is a guy who was imprisoned for asking if the goddess was missing from her tower. A blasphemer, Chris. The other occupant was thrown in there for asking Lemia how her day was going. There's also a special cell on the left side that the jail key won't open, and a unique NPC sprite lady with blue hair locked inside that cell. Who could that be?
Not sure.
One of the guards on the way out tells Mia that monster defenses inside the towers have increased tenfold, so get ready for some hard battles.
How do you feel about monster defense systems in RPGs?
Cheap labor.
Yeah.
I can absolutely imagine it happening. It's like, well, we can either pay some guys or we can go capture some fucking feral hogs and let them loose in here and toss in fucking meat twice a week.
Also, we need to guard the base with the pre-established mechanics of the video game.
That's true. That's true. You can save time and budget.
Yes.
No one has bespoke tower defense systems unless it's a tower defense game. Magic Guild, post-jail. You can do a lot of stuff with Mia in your party.
I know, it's weird.
I mean, it's not weird in the context of JRPG where you have unlimited time while Sephiroth summons Meteor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it is one of those things that you have to forgive as a fan of the genre is you have infinite time in imperiled situations.
Do you think somebody, when they were first establishing the fact that like these characters were going to change what they say after something happens, that they immediately regretted their decision of making their original dialogue expirable? Because that's why this happens, because like a lot of times the dialogue for these people is not generic enough to where it makes sense in all
situations. Let's keep going. I think it is an identity for this game to have so much unique and localized as it was dialogue, and I think that's one of the pillars that it stands on, especially 25 years later.
Yeah.
But I do think if you're making that game today, unless you're also wearing that as your thing, it is something that gets cut out in like the prototype phase.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have enough time or budget to do this. Also, as I understand it, no one is super into the idea of making content that like 5% of players will see.
Yeah.
Even though it feels really special when you're one of those players.
Yeah.
But it still seems like something that does not happen unless like it's all fucking garbage.
Like Frog Fractions.
I kind of like exploring all that shit in Frog Fractions. I was going to say...
I do too. I'm saying it's an asset.
I mean, this doesn't feel like an endurance test for me. It does because I'm writing it down.
Yes.
But if you task me with this for a I'm sorry if this upsets people, Disgaea game, I'd blow my brains out.
Because
there's so much of it and I hate all of it.
Oh, you hate all of it.
Have you played a Disgaea game?
No, I've seen
Okay.
it. I'm familiar, but no.
It is just a little too much for my taste. If others like it, I'm totally fine with that, but it's one of those things that I just zero tolerance. Anyway, want to talk to some people?
Yeah, I want to go to classroom?
Of course.
Let's talk to the first student who looks exactly like the guy who's standing in the Great Hall with the long blonde hair.
Teachers can also be students.
True. And students can also be present at the reception to Lemia also.
That's right. In my head, like everybody at that Grand Hall line is like a faculty member here.
That's what I thought
Right,
too.
yeah.
He says, hey, so Mia, what do you think about Nash? She says, what do I think about him? He's a good friend. Why do you ask?
Oblivious.
Yes. Top right addresses Mia directly and says, Mia, you're not here to try to become a Dragon Master, are you? She says, of course not. I'm not even sure I'll be the next leader of the Magic Guild.
I know you have to accept some things, as we just said at JRPGs, but it's still fucked up if, like, not only is Alex supposed to be in jail, but also if the daughter of the Magic Guild just runs in mid-class, starts interrogating every single student. It's fine.
The implication that fake Lemia and whoever's working for her are like really bad at managing this facade is kind of funny.
Actually, yeah, they're not paying careful attention to it.
Yeah.
But I just factor that in the same part of my brain where Link busts into people's houses and breaks their pottery looking for, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that happens.
The top left says, Mia, you have connections, don't you? Please tell Ghaleon I'm a much better magician than Nash.
I love the Nash hate.
Yeah, Nash. This person I think was also talking shit about Nash earlier. Mia says that she's not involved in such matters.
Damn.
Teacher. Well, we have a very special guest, children. Majesty, Mia Asa.
It's a neat title, isn't it? Have we heard that before? Majesty?
No, but it is used later. Have you decided to give up your private tutoring and study with the elite students instead? A wise choice. After all, I'm the best teacher in the guild, and you need to compare your skills against mages your age.
What do you think it says about the guild that the future inheritor of that guild is not being educated there as a private tutor instead, along with living at the guild?
Yeah, I mean, am I to assume that when after Lemia was a 4 hero, she maybe never was a student here, and she's just like, I'm in charge now?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Top dog, and now it's just pure nepotism now?
Anyway, Mia shits all over that teacher.
Yeah, she says she's sorry she's not going to class. She prefers her current instructions.
Damn.
She hollers at her and says she's the next leader of the guild. You should be studying with the rest of the elite magicians. These children will be your servants and underlings someday. You should get to know them now.
I don't think so, Chris. If I'm in a scenario where I have to have underlings and servants, I don't want to humanize them. I want to treat them like the shit that they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where'd you go next?
Right guard by the Grand Hall. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Mia, why don't you have a soldier help you escort the prisoner around? I'd be happy to volunteer. Lemia would execute everyone in the Magic Corps if this kid got away. Mia thanks the man for his kind offer, but assures him that she'll still be fine. I do like how they're interpreted, like, oh, well, clearly Mia is taking the prisoner around. They trust Mia with prisoners all the time. The left guard. You are Alex, the boy Lemia also ordered to execute in the morning. Mia must be escorting you to Lemia's chambers, where you'll be forced to confess your crimes.
Again, just incompetence on the guard's part.
Teacher at the top right of the conference room. Something's different about you, Mia. How do I describe it? It's like I can see confidence in your eyes. Mia replies, when Alex told me about his adventures, I realized that I had to be strong too, but I promise that I'm still the same Mia Asa.
Oh, okay.
So this is like a little bit of Mia is developing her own backbone, spine, getting out of her intense depression.
Breaking people out of jail.
Yeah.
Getting shit done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Go ahead to the other classroom. I don't think I went there.
Okay. Top left. Hey, Mia, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Why don't you stick around and have lunch with me? I've discovered that eating lunch during class somehow makes the food taste much better than usual. Mia thanks the student, but tells him she's not hungry. He says, good, man. Why does lunch taste so much better if you eat it before lunchtime? Nal replies, here's a crazy thought, because it's fresher in the morning. The student disagrees. He thinks there has to be something more to it than that. What's your favorite time to eat lunch, Chris?
11:45.
That's pretty good. I like a good 1:30, 1:15.
A later lunch, eh?
Yeah.
My 1 o'clock is my snack.
Snack time for lunch.
Snack time. Little snack.
Fruit snacks, bananas, nuts,
stuff like that.
bread. Bottom left, Mia fan club guy. I was expecting big things here because you're bringing Mia to the Mia fan club guy.
Oh, yeah.
But instead he says, Mia Asa, I'm your biggest fan, and I mean that literally. And that's it.
Oh.
Nothing weird.
Poor guy.
Top right, Mia, I've heard something is very wrong with your mom. Is that true? Mia replies, yes, it is. And that's it. Finally, bottom right, Mia, is it too much trouble for your mother to show up and throw us a few crumbs of knowledge? Mia replies, I've been meaning to ask her to resume her teaching schedule. And they reply, I learned more from one of Lemia's lessons than I do from a month of our teachers rambling. Wah, wah.
Oh, great.
Then I went to the grand hall, but do you want to go to Mia's room?
Yeah, let's go to Mia's room. The guard greets us and says it's good to see you with so many friends. He thanks him. I spoke with Mia's bed.
Hell yeah. No, you didn't speak at the bed, Chris. You tried to get in bed. That's what we're doing in our minds.
I'm speaking with the bed.
I want to get in the bed.
Mia says, is there something wrong with my bed, Alex? You're looking at it very strangely. Null says, and you're embarrassing Mia and yourself, Alex.
I'm not embarrassed about this.
No.
I wear it with pride. I would like people to know that I tried and get into Mia's bed.
I want to see your bed. I want to see everyone's bed.
Yeah, let me see your... Chris, I've never seen your bed.
Yeah, it's fine. Just a bed, you know. I next spoke with Mia's wardrobe, and Mia says that she'd be happy to show me her wardrobe some other time, but we should be climbing to the top of the crystal tower right now.
It's not even fucking true. She's never happy to show us the wardrobe. I've checked every time I've gone to Vane after anything happens, and she never invites me to look at her clothes.
Shit. Null says, that's right, Alex, or did staring at Mia's underwear make you forget about Luna? Which
Hell yeah, it did, buddy.
Pretty direct.
Yeah.
It did. Yes, thank you. Let's go back to the guild hall. These people are still standing here for some goddamn reason.
They'll be here for the rest of the game. I think they're glued to the floor.
Oh, shit. I talked to the left side first, I think. And the bishop guy says, hello, Mia. Do you know the boy behind you looks identical to the boy whom your mother sentenced to die? Which is a really great way of phrasing that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It can't be the same boy, though. You're the last person in Vane to try something as crazy as disobeying the word of Lemia also. Next guy up says, when a young man can be sentenced to death for no reason, something is very wrong. This wasn't your mother's decision, Mia. This was Royce's. She forced Lemia to do this somehow. Don't worry, Miss Mia, I won't tell anyone what you're doing. So this guy's on to the shit, right?
He's onto this shit, but the Mia thing with people just assume if Mia's doing it, and it's like it's so absurd, there's no way she'd be doing that.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Band of Brothers?
No.
There's a really good scene where a character, I think named Spears, they need to get information from point A to point B, but there's a whole bunch of fucking Nazis shooting guns at him.
Yeah.
And Spears is like, okay, hold on. And he just runs across the battlefield and survives. Then he comes back and all. It's the most incredible scene in the entire miniseries. But that's a real thing that really happened. And they interviewed like Germans who they had captured and talked to them about it in addition to our own soldiers. And they thought that what he was doing was so fucking crazy, they forgot to shoot him.
Oh.
So there is historical precedent for doing something that's so fucking nuts, people assume that you're allowed to be doing it.
It's like a larger version of when you, the concept of act like you're supposed to be there.
Yes, it is the exact, well, yeah, it is in Chopped and Screwed remix version.
Yes.
Act like there's no way you're supposed to be there. Why is he there?
Yes.
Same general brain space. Mm-hmm. Who's next?
Next guy up says, Mia, the boy was arrested under the direct orders of your mother. If you defy her wishes and release him, your punishment will be just as severe. Please don't fucking do this.
Stop doing this.
Stop it. She says in reply, I have to do this, sir. Alex is completely innocent, and I must convince my mother of that.
Is there a traditional judicial system here, or is it just, like, who gets put in jail when Lemmy is not fucked up?
I think this is a dictatorship, or at least a sole proprietorship.
Okay, I'm just, like, I want to know who's in jail normally.
Oh, normally?
Like, is it drunk? Like, when Lemmy is not fucked up?
I think one of the guards at one point said that they used to not have much business down there, I think.
What a great job.
Yeah. He tells Mia that this is a mistake, throw him back in the dungeon, pretend you never even considered this.
Top right, Mia, why are you going against the wishes of your mother? Return this boy to the dungeon where he belongs. Mia replies, you don't understand, neither does she. Alex is not a criminal. How about the middle right? Middle right, Lemia used to be beautiful and kind, but she's become a twisted woman. What could be more evil than making false charges of treason against an obviously innocent boy? Mia replies, don't be so harsh. Give me time to find out the truth behind Mother's actions. It's a capital M on Mother. Finally, bottom right.
This guy yells at her and says, you're disobeying your own mother, the leader of the guild? Well, it's about damn time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, this guy rules.
Enabler.
Mia says that she's not going to just disobey her. She wants to make her realize that she made a mistake. She says, and I would appreciate it if you watched your tongue around me. I am a lady. He said, damn, remember? You can't say damn around ladies.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I realized Mia was never going to let Alex do pervert stuff in her bedroom because she's
a lady.
A lady.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have to come back when Mia's not with us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go up to Ghaleon's office.
Talk to his assistant.
He says Ghaleon departed with Lemia, Royce, and Phasia to the Star Chamber, and they seem to be quite in a hurry. If you want to wait here, I'm sure he'll be back eventually.
Mia says, no thanks, we're in quite a hurry ourselves. And he continues, you aren't going to the Crystal Tower, are you? You'll be punished, Mia. Severely punished. And that's all I did while inside the Magic Guild. Yeah, there's a couple of guards you can talk to. One guy's confused about where the hell Royce came from and how powerful is her magic. But other than that, I have nothing else. Let's go outside and talk to the NPCs in Vane and see what they have to say about Mia wandering around with some smelly version of her mom
with a goddamn fuck mask on.
City of Magic continues to loop for the 19th time.
It does. First guy outside says that it's Mia Asa, blessed child of Lemia, the most beautiful girl in all of Vane. I kneel before you and lovingly kiss your feet.
See, there's the fucking feet again.
She says, please stop embarrassing. She says, stop it, stop doing this, and you're embarrassing me.
You don't have to humble yourself, Mia. Let us all bask in your magnificent glow. He's talking about the feet. How about the wizard in the purple robe, middle left side? Mia, your mother hasn't been herself lately. Why don't you suggest she take a vacation? I'm sure Ghaleon could run things on his own while she was gone. Mia does think her mother needs more time off.
Where now?
Red robe wizard, center of town.
Ah, Mia, are you out for a walk? I'm glad. It's not healthy for you to be indoors all the time. He says, yes, for a walk.
I agree. You need some sun, some vitamin D.
Go outside. Touch grass, as they say.
Blue robe lady outside the weapons shop. Hey, Mia, I've been worried about you, girlfriend. I haven't seen you in forever. Mia apologizes. She's sorry she's been so busy lately, but assures the woman that she's actually quite fine. The wizard outside the library says the same thing the wizard outside our library says to me whenever I run by. You haven't been here lately. You used to visit every day. What happened? And I just tell the wizard, I have an ebook subscription now. I get my ebooks sent to me. I don't have to go to the physical library anymore, Mr. Wizard. But thank you for the copy of Warcraft 3.
Yeah, good times.
Lady by the spring of transmission. Because I tried to leave with Alex. Did you try and leave?
No, I didn't try to leave.
She tells she's Vane's under quarantine and no one's allowed to get the hell out of here at this time.
Oh, wow. Okay, I missed that.
I wonder if they had to write that in late. Like, shit, what if they try to go back to Maribia?
Yeah, we don't want to change the dialogue. Block them in here.
My last unique NPC is the wizard at the Cave of Trials. It says, Mia, why are you here? Have you come to brush up your magic skills? You're a wise young woman. It never hurts to practice the basics of spell casting. All before I went into some houses. 2 houses.
Did you get anything new? I didn't. I thought there was nothing new.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
The NPC house right above the spring of transmission, the redneck farmer.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to know who the Magic Emperor is. Mia tells him we don't know yet, and Lemia replies, because we're still trailing. The masked woman, if we haven't been clear, is actual Lemia.
Yeah.
She says, Grr, Magic Emperor, vile tribe. Mia replies to the masked woman, are you all right? Calm down, man.
I cannot believe that they added optional dialogue for the prisoner that's going to be following us for one dungeon.
The prisoner and the brain damage mask. And the fact that Mia says, calm down, man.
Oh, Mia says, okay. I cannot believe they've done this. It's killing me inside.
We're not done.
Oh, no.
They continue. All I know is if I see some dude charging at Vane with a herd of monsters behind him, I'm gonna screaming like a big old sissy boy and run off like a girl.
I'm gonna screaming?
That's what I wrote down. It could be something I wrote down incorrectly.
Okay.
There are typos in the game. The little blue-haired boy in the bottom right tells Mia he's going to beat up the Magic Emperor, and he asks Mia if he can have a kiss as a reward after he does it. Oh. Mia does not reply.
Damn.
No missiles.
And that's it before I go off to the Crystal Tower.
Yes. Do you want to go off to the real net?
That's exactly where I want to be right now.
Initializing real net.
Hi, real net. Wumbo Pwakzort says, game jails should be at least 5 minutes to really make the dread set in. Yeah, like has my game soft locks.
Yeah. Also, Wumbo is the name. You know how I'm naming all my weapons after RealNet members in Vagrant Story?
Yeah.
I used the Wumbo sword for about 3 hours today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a good piercing weapon.
Eric Van says, I assume all silent protagonists are spitting dots constantly, and people just interpret the meaning they want from that.
I just like the instances where it is like Alex doesn't have a dialogue box, but it's implied he said something lewd or heinous because Luna yells at him for saying something that we, the player, did not see.
Yeah, that's true. Luna knows what every teenage boy playing this game is thinking, which is what this game was written for.
This is true.
Or, at least localized.
This is the target audience, yeah. Not written, written with in mind, I guess. And Chris, what are we if not former teenage boys?
That's true. Shy Guy 32 put a picture of that incense chain thing that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, the aroma weapon.
Yeah, Grace One Deer says that's my favorite Catholic weapon.
I mean, there are a variety of Catholic weapons. I don't know if that's my favorite, but it's like a debuff type thing.
John Doe says, I spent the majority of every service as a child either kicking my siblings as part of a game called Kick'em we invented. The rules are kick the other person or drawing.
One of the most intense trust exercises I've seen. Did you ever go to it was usually, I think, during Easter, where everybody at church got a candle to hold, and the candle was lit.
Yeah.
And there's usually like a cup around it to protect it from setting the fucking place on fire.
Yeah.
But still, trusting children with flame is a big one.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Especially when there's those the books that you sing from that have the tissue paper.
Oh my God.
That are made of the words. Like, you can burn that whole fucking, like, better make sure the fire code is up to date on that.
Did you ever hear about a kid who like rolled a joint with a page from the Bible?
You mean our friend Kev?
Yeah, maybe that was him that did that.
That was it.
Okay. I remember that thinking that was the most fucked thing ever.
He did it with page 666.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that's what I said. You can actually do that twice. You can do it with actual page 666 and then do it with the passage from Revelation that mentions the name of the number of the beast.
Damn. It's harsh. Eric Vernon says the Vile tribe was named by everyone not from that tribe. I think that's what's going to happen.
I do think this is I don't remember actually if Lunar does that transition of like, oh, these are just humans and they actually have a right to be angry. I don't know if the game goes that. I have no idea. I don't remember. I assume it does because they're paying them pretty heinously and we do see that they are just fucking humans.
Hellmel says, counterpoint about there being no government system. Technically, city-states themselves do have governments, but it's just for that city and maybe surrounding area. Plato's Republic is about dudes visiting some guy's house to debate what the best government for a city-state to have because ancient Greeks who lived in city-states thought city-states were the best way to run a society. I kind of think that's probably true about how this world works. Or village elder.
Maribia, fascist state. Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
A lot of guards. Psycho in charge.
A lot of guards, psycho in charge.
Lot of guards, psycho in charge.
That's true, but I don't think there's enough other elements. Like, I don't sense authoritarian nature from Mel.
You didn't see the statues? I guess those are of Ghaleon. You don't sense authoritarian nature? He beats the shit out of anybody who disobeys his laws. Personally.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
What if the president beat the shit out of you for taking a Snickers?
I see your point. Wow. Okay, this comment has some weight to it. Neat says, a coworker of mine told me once when profoundly drunk that he ran into a mutual coworker at an orgy of some sort. I didn't need to imagine either one of them naked.
Shit.
Wumbo Ploxort says, is anyone else trying to count how many layers Eric is wearing?
3.
Okay. It's cold today.
Yeah, it was like 6 when I woke up.
John Doe says, I would never actually recommend anyone play a Disgaea game if they weren't already into it.
I know people in our community do like Disgaea and what that is, but to me it is like a kryptonite for, tactics games are bad enough for me, as we all know, but Disgaea was, I don't know, I do like Prinny. Prinny's cool.
Prinny.
The Prinny platformer, I think there were 2 of them. I reviewed the first one. Can I really be the hero?
John Doe says, wait, you can go outside with me during this section? This game is fucking nuts. I know. I can't believe they let me go outside.
They let you go outside and they reward you with having dialogue for it. And I wonder if it was easier to write dialogue than to figure out a way to block off the Magic Guild entrance. It'd be funnier if they even still sold weapons to Alex. Like if you went into the store.
They probably do. There's probably no...
Why would
no
they
way.
not?
Yeah. Fine.
I didn't actually check that dialogue. If they're like, whoa, Mia, I guess I'll sell the boy a sword.
Sure, why not? All right, RealNet, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you on the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia recorded on January 15th, 2025. Thank you, Mark, for the music.
You're welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Steph, for the podcast artwork.
Thank you to Super Carol Gaming for the PSP Harmony knowledge, and thank you to Nintendo Complete for the Sega CD knowledge.
Email the podcast at retrogradeamnesia.com. Find us on Bluesky and or YouTube at Retrograde Amnesia. If you like the podcast, well, you know what you can do? You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam and get ad-free early access, bonus episodes, mini-series, live streams, and more. Until next time, Eric.
Have a big scream.
Have a big dream.
We're on the bottom right. We're on everyone on the right.
Okay. So we already have we done middle right blonde hair?
We've only done the left. Anyone on the right is yours to choose.
Anyone on the right. Sorry. Okay, let's start at bottom right. When in out. Nope. That's all he says. Why'd I go to the right? Okay.
Do you want to try the sentence again?
Is that all? Did I say it wrong?
Okay. Give it a little bit more gay.
Yeah. Lady to his left, the woman student, says, I have to study harder. I have to be the smartest. I have to be the best. I have to win. If all else fails, I'll have my parents bribe my teachers. Great.
I think they said that last time.
Okay. We want to cut that?
It's possible.
Let's cut it. I think you're right. Mia, why are you going against the wishes of your mother? Return the boy to the dungeon where he belongs.
I just did that.
That's middle right.
That's top right for me, but I could be wrong.
If you wanted to end here, I'm sure he'll be back eventually.
If you wanted to wait here.
Did I say that?
You said if you want to end here.
I do want it to end here.
You didn't go outside in vain and talk to all the goddamn NPCs there?
Oh, I did. You're right. I did. Let's talk to the goddamn NPCs. Hold on. Here it is. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of content to do another episode. I thought that we would get to the Crystal Tower in the first episode.
You always overshoot it.
I do every single time. I think it's because I underestimated the town dialogue. I forgot that there was a...
I mean, you're also not looking at the Harmony or Sega CD stuff.
Yeah.
Where's the glasses? That beer's gonna get warm. One thing I can't fucking stand is warm beer makes me fucking puke.
My darling, where's the glasses? Here, Frankie, here come the glasses. See, here are the glasses.
Raymond, where's the fucking beer, man?
It's right here, Frank. You want me to pour it?
No, I want you to fuck it. Shit, yes, pour the fucking beer.
I have my NPCs now. Which one are we on?
Pick one. Or when you in Japan, you know what they call fries?
F and FF.
Potato.
Potato.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what it was on all the menus when I was there. Things could have changed, or there could be other restaurants. Clean take. Good job.
Oh, did I?
You made her a clicky sound after React?
A clicky sound?
Would have been hard for me to edit. I can see the future. What's the next one? You got to move your mouth a whole lot. That's the trick. Yeah,
Let me wet my whistle.
That whistle. Lubrication.
I didn't expect this, but
you can do it.
I'm very excited about it.
It'd be even funnier if you use your Karsh voice, but don't do that.
I am Lemia Elsa, governess of the Magic Guild.
So the boy who's been seeking the dragons with the goal of
I see
becoming
the
a
strength
dragon
of your will
master
in this regard in
is
your
you,
eyes. And I sense something else.
Despite your resolve, there is still
I
one
sense
slight
evil.
problem.
You seek to destroy the Magic Guild and Althena.
Okay. I'll tell you if it's different from the manual, which I have here.
Yeah.
On
P. Not. Is
that fucked up?
Jail. Pointed area. I was. And there's no sneaking music, so you know there's. I'm sorry. There is sneaking. I'm trying to find out where I wrote this down at.
Sorry about my burping.
All right. Yeah. Where were we again? Oh yeah. Null ask what is. Oh no, we got.
Okay.
It's like all. It's like all ode to what. Yeah. I guess sure. Not wrong with that. Let me see if there's anything else on the other side here.
Talk to the teacher.
Oh, you talk to the teacher first.
No, let's talk to the students.
Okay. Alex, no. Yeah. And I would appreciate she says, let's see here. We already did that. Did you go up to like Ghaleon's office and
Of course
shit?
I did.
Okay.
You don't have to be humble yourself. You don't have to
about the spire?
Mother hasn't been herself.
Oh, go ahead. I don't have.
Wants to know why the Magic Emperor is. Like, wants to know. He wants.
Are spitting dots constantly, and people just interrupt meaning they want. Or I'm sorry, and people just. Or like Village Elver. Elver? Thank you, Super Curio Nintendo Games.
Play